That's right, it's time for Victor Allen's new Sportz, written and directed by Victor Allen. Bald-headed black man, rubs his head, make a wish. The ladies have nicknamed him Sexual Chocolate, and this is his show. That's right, dress appropriately, sports bras and jock straps, because it's time for sports, people. Time for sports, and here is Nick. Yeah! Yeah! Oh!
Wait a minute. Now, see, I'm already doing it. Watch this. Okay, I got to give shout-outs. See if you remember. Remember Brittany Milton?
Yeah.
Brittany, what's up?
What's happening,
She's
Brittany?
giving you a shout-out. If you haven't heard her latest music, man.
Really?
You're killing it, Brittany. You're killing it.
I got to hear something,
Yeah,
Brittany.
you're killing it. And Allison Marie, he says, you're ignoring your live me chat. I'm so sorry. Let me do this. Allison, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I got 4 feeds back here, so I'm going to do...
There's a bunch of feeds, yo.
I'm going to do a better job.
Yo.
But you know what? It's tiny Texas. Tiny Texas. Okay.
Hard up here.
All right, so I'm not going to ignore you. All right, hey, let me go here, man. If I don't start off with this subject, dude, then we're going to die a slow death. So what's the number one subject I'm supposed to be kicking in with this morning? Watch this. This is going to be easy. I'm going to give Mario about 3 seconds.
The World Series.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so...
Even I. This is the time that even I...
Hey, if I'm not talking about...
I tune in now.
Hey, look. What
for the World Series.
Big stakes and big states.
That's not like the one on your plate.
Right,
It's like the ones you put in the vampire's chest.
Right. Right.
It's different than those steaks.
Hey, look. I'm gonna tell you this right offhand. When I looked at this, I said, they say everything is big in Texas. Now, that goes back a long time ago. That theme, everything big in Texas.
I have to ask the ladies.
Yeah, well, we can leave that alone. And then California dreaming. Are we trying to dream in this World Series? Is it going to be like that? Are you going to be tuned in to every game, or are you going to make up an excuse and say, you know what, I wasn't watching it? Because you're probably going to see history made on either side on the win column, depending who comes out of this. So first of all, let me just say this. What's your plans for the World Series?
What days? It depends on when it broadcasts.
Starts tomorrow. You got 7 games if it makes it to 7 games.
I still have to do the Quiet Storm because I'm dedicated to the Quiet Storm.
Okay. For how many games do you think it's going to last?
It's a best of 7 series.
Yes,
right?
it is. Yes, it is.
I think it's going to go 7.
Okay. It's going to go 7. So you're already seeing that it's going to make its money. Who wins?
Los Angeles.
You do know they're going against that little Power Ranger named Jose Altuve.
That's all right, Jose. I have to go with them that brung me.
Okay, look.
On this, this is when, lately,
right.
I get to enjoy being an LA fan, Vic. You have to understand, I'm in heaven. I like the Lakers. I like the Lakers.
Yeah, I know.
I can root for the Dodgers. I can be an LA fan. I'm even starting to like the Rams.
Right.
I don't know about the Chargers yet.
No, I'll bring you up to speed on that one. Let me say what's missing here. We're not used to. If you guys understand this, it's been a long time since people chanted "Beat LA."
And we get to enjoy that.
Right. So nobody's been able to chant because Lakers have been under the weather for the last few years.
Right. Clippers didn't quite get there.
We didn't have a football team. Clippers, of course, were under expectations that we had hoped for, but they did the best job they could. So the Beat LA chant is missing. So here's my question. You think the Beat LA chant is coming back as soon as they go back to Texas? You think it's old or done? You think it's done?
Totally. No, the Beat LA chant is coming back.
Here's my question.
Totally coming back.
Okay, let me do this.
Totally.
I'm not going to give you guys all the stats and everything on this because as far as hitting teams, they both are hitting. There's probably a little bit more depth on the Dodgers end because they're getting players to step up who all of a sudden are arriving during the playoffs, and they have so much depth that they basically from Seager, from Bellinger, from Ethier, from Justin Turner, Taylor, you name it. They got so much that unfortunately somebody's going to be left out because they can't include everybody in the lineup. Now on the other side, Houston has some bangers too. They kind of equal each other out. They both got good starting pitching. The difference is Houston doesn't have the bench as it relates to the bullpen bench that the Lakers have. And I think Houston also is clocking some home runs heads up. They always say you go with good pitching or home run hitters. If you had to lean towards with your most effective neutralizer, is it home runs or is it great pitching?
Well, see, you know what? To me, I always think that in these kind of things, it comes down to the individual efforts. That's why it really doesn't make a difference, kind of.
Right.
It's where the greatest effort comes from in those moments where it counts.
Right.
And that's just the point of it. Whether or not you actually pull it off, you pull off that big hit at the time where all the chips are on the table, or do you throw that pitch? So I still go back to individuals, Vic, and how they perform under pressure.
Right.
And that's, to me, at least where you bet.
Okay, and then here we go. So let's go to the next graphic so we can go where the bet's going to be laying the groundwork. This is what's up. Jose Altuve leading in home runs, RBIs for Houston. Average, he's 5'6", 5 feet 6 inches tall, and killing it. And then you have
Harder to hit a strike zone. It's this big.
yeah, dude, you hit the nail on the head. It's the idea that he's down here. He says, so if he hits a high ball, it's actually still in the strike zone. And then he has the other thing of getting down low, and so it's kind of hard to ignore him. And he's got speed, and he's a rallying cry. Now, let me just say this: that's a hitter now. That's a hitter. But now you have Kershaw, who for several years now has not been able to get into the game to cement his Hall of Fame resume, because the thing that's missing is that he hasn't been as effective for various reasons in the playoffs. So when your money's going on the line, you know, I'm just saying this, right? I think the public generally going to be rooting for Jose because it's his energy and what he does. You know, he's just got that dynamo thing. And then you got Kershaw, and they're going to say, L.A., City Angels. Who you think they're going to? Who's going to deliver between these two? Because I believe the MVP is going to be between these two.
I think it's very much related to who has the better beard.
You know what?
And I think that the Dodgers have the better beards.
Jacked up.
They've got a couple of really good beards.
So nobody's getting any insight from Mario.
I'm just saying, you got to really look at the facial hair.
No insight.
As the key to a man's heart.
All right. That means he's not picking a horse. He's staying out of this one. All right. You already said.
I'm not enough of a fan to know, but I certainly can watch and react to culture.
Yeah.
And the first thing I had to react to is what you guys have been talking about all along, is that you really wanted to play New York.
Yeah.
Now, I hope that isn't the way the Dodgers feel, because that'll affect their play. They need to be ramped up.
Oh, they
and
are.
really fired up for playing Houston. And so should the fan base.
They are.
Really, because what happens, you know, that can lead to a little bit of a
and they don't inherit that nostalgia as much, because the Dodgers don't have any. It's been since 1988. Now most of the lineup wasn't born. Right. And the Yankees have turned over a lot of the players except a few pitchers. So Vegas has LA favored. Got it. I want to see it go 7 games.
Favored by what? Do you know what the odds were?
It keep changing, man.
Okay.
It keep changing, and so.
Not that I'm a betting man.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. Here's my other thing. Will this World Series get all the social bars, social eateries? Will they be packed in LA, or will it be laid back as usual?
No, it'll be packed.
You sure?
Yeah, it'll be packed all over. I think it'll be packed not just in L.A.,
right,
but also in Houston and all over. I think that's. Let's see, Vic. I think it's just the time. Let's see.
Who needs this for their city more? L.A. because of the 30? Why?
L.A. don't need anything. They got everything.
That's jacked up. I want you guys to know that
they got everything.
He's already pulling for Houston. He's already pulling for.
I'm just saying Houston needs help. L.A. got everything.
Hey, wait a minute.
That's why I live here.
Wait a minute. So you're siding with Houston. That has nothing to do with sports, right?
I don't know that I'm siding with Houston. I thought I was siding.
That's Texas, man.
I'm rooting for the Dodgers.
And we don't need it as bad. The Dodgers don't need it.
No, they don't.
Why? Wait a minute.
LA has stuff.
Wait a minute. What you trying to say?
For the same reason that I don't even watch the Dodgers till it gets time.
Mario
for
just
the playoffs or whatever they call it.
see
the
Mario.
pennant race.
He just did something to
the
his
World
own
Series.
industry. So, do we need more respect in social media, or is it because we're in LA we don't need it?
We're black.
What does that got to do with it?
Everything. I'll say it again. We're black.
Wait a minute. When now you gonna pull a race card?
Pulling the race card.
That's jacked up.
You know how the industry is not geared.
No, wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. What?
Tech.
Come on, wait a minute.
Come on now.
Wait a minute. We talk about World Series, and you gonna take it over?
I know the attitudes out there. They act like there is no such thing as black tech.
Notice
So,
that I was.
we run into that.
We were
There's
trying to
some biases out
see
there.
what I'm doing. I tried to give him the relative of vote. He says we don't need the
Listen.
sports championship, but when we get to tech,
We don't need anything because because it's LA. LA got so much.
they shouldn't feel for us.
Huh?
They shouldn't feel for us in
No.
technology.
What's going to happen is that Houston will probably be the national favorite.
Yeah,
Because it's Houston.
they
And
will.
like you said, I didn't
Yeah.
think about it until this broadcast.
Right.
But like you said, LA's going to be the beat LA.
It's gonna be beat
That's
LA.
gonna be- and
They're
that's
gonna be
what's
going
gonna
like
happen.
y'all don't deserve
Yeah,
it. You're
that's
not
what's
struggling.
No.
You guys haven't had a major earthquake. It'll be all those reasons. All right, we're gonna go on down to what I call. I got to cover the NFL because we already covered that the Vegas favors LA. We already said 7 games is going to go to 7, which I love. Got to jump over to NFL because the Hurt Hotel, man, is back. When I say the Hurt Hotel, I'm going to have to start you off with the latest. And I always just put what I call game changers. The Hurt Hotel has new members, quarterback Carson Palmer. Their team is 3-3. He has a broken arm. He's out for the season. Left tackle Joe.
broken arm?
Broken arm. Yes. See, when you get to a certain age, Mario, your body can't withstand that punishment. You may be accurate.
I saw it happen. It didn't look like it would be a break.
Yes, it's a break. It's a break.
Hairline fracture.
Well, I didn't get all the details. They know they did the MRI.
Nothing displaced because he was looking like he was looking.
Right, but
Usually by that I mean if there's nothing, you get a crack
yes,
and a bone.
It-
That's different than when the bone is separated.
it's
and
not like
moved.
Gordon Hayward.
Oh,
No, it's not like
don't
that.
bring that looked bad even to an ER doc.
Right.
I said shit.
That was like clear.
Oh
Wow.
man, I seen some breaks.
Yeah, and he's doing well, so he appreciates the love, and he'll be
Oh,
cool. I know. It's crazy. All right, left tackle Joe Thomas, Cleveland Browns. He historically, this is unbelievable. He's injured for the first time, and he snaps his consecutive streak of snaps. Notice that snaps under center
10,000.
and 363 consecutive snaps.
Wow.
Dude, do you know how long that is?
No, how long is that?
It's just divided by
How many
16 games and then take how many snaps per game. He's been doing, I don't know if it's 12, 13 years. I'm not sure if it's longer, but it's long, man. And so finally, Father Time is caught up with him. And so he has an injury, I think, on his arm, elbow. I think it's an elbow injury. So I want to just sit back and give recognition to the Hurt Hotel new members. But that doesn't mean it's not other members waiting. There are what we call is registering frustration. So you ever go to a hotel, Mario? I know you traveled all over the world. There's sometimes you can't wait to get into a hotel because it's the place you can't wait for. And then there's sometimes you go there and say, get the hell out, right? Well, some people are fighting not to get into the frustration of registering in the hotel. And I'm going to start with what I call the bickering, the bitching, the complaining, and see if it's relative to winning or losing. New members trying to get into the hotel. First, safety TJ Ward, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're 2-4. Defensive tackle Chris Baker, Tampa Bay. They're 2-4. They both want more playing time. So when you're winning, do you worry about playing time? Or is this, hey, cover your ass. We ain't winning. Don't look like we're going to win. So let me make sure I get my PT. That's first 2. Hold on. Let me get the other 2 and then we can chime in. Running back Joe Mixon, Cincinnati Bengals. They're 2-4. Unhappy with the lack of carries. That's the running back's credo. Give me the rock. And then the whole team for Atlanta Falcons need to be registering, and they need to get a pass and just go up fully loaded, go to the penthouse suite and just chill. All team members need a group enrollment plan because of the way they're playing. And if you watched the game against the Patriots yesterday, it was a sad You're talking about a team that looked like they were rolling over people. Now they lost 3 straight. They looked terrible in the Fog Bowl in New England yesterday. So the only thing I see here is that the members that's in this frustration hotel, it doesn't equate to winning. Do you find complaints when teams are winning? Pittsburgh is back at the top 5-2. New England's back at 5-2. You even have the usual suspects, Philadelphia. They're leading in their division. You don't hear complaints. So should you have a sympathetic ear as a fan if one of your players in your city, say if the Rams were losing and they were 2-5 and somebody's complaining about more time, do you give a damn?
No.
You don't, do you? So this is going to go on deaf ears, right?
Totally.
Yeah. So I'm not hollering. I'm just letting you know the worst thing to do is complain about your personal time when your team ain't winning. So
exactly.
It's just registering.
It's the same as celebrating your touchdown.
Right.
When it's 31-0 and you finally score.
Thank you.
How much celebration do you do on the touchdown?
Thank you. Now, I'm not done yet because there's a couple other things. Mo, you didn't get to watch all the games, but there was this thing called Zippos. Now everybody goes like, what does that mean? Zeros. And when I say zeros, we're going to keep on going because we already covered Carson on that one. Zippos is when you get zilch, 0. There were some scores that were surprising to me. And two out of the 3 is LA. And LA has changed the tide, Mario. So wait a minute. The Rams over the Arizona Cardinals, 33-0. Now, Carson may be the quarterback, but there is a thing called defense, right? LA Chargers zip the Denver Broncos, the defensive, what we call stalwarts of the NFL.
Wow. Wow.
21-0. Jacksonville over Indianapolis. Not a big surprise, but 27-0. What I noticed here is there's a shifting where the Chargers are on a win streak. Remember we were talking about how bad they looked? They looked terrible. And they were complaining about the fans not even attending the games. And half-filled stadium that only fills maybe 30,000 people. They're coming to the other side. Which win or defeat is more surprising as a win versus this is a loss and something's happening in this organization? If you had to pick
or
one.
both. The Chargers beating Denver, even though both of them are shockers. But for Denver to get beat that badly,
Right.
That's a big deal. Simeon was looking better than that. Even the running attack was looking better than that.
Yeah.
For Arizona, it was bad also that they let the Rams' offense has been clicking.
Oh, the leading scoring in the NFL right now.
Yeah, so they were going to get at least 21 points.
But Arizona to 0.
Again, these offensive failures are huge, and they do, and like I think they both speak toward the rest of the season. This also puts the Chargers in first place.
No, they still no.
Who's in first place?
No, they're in the division with Oakland,
Kansas City.
Kansas
Place.
Kansas City
but
still.
Then they're second place,
Right?
Because the Raiders are.
No, Raiders are still above. Chargers still. It's almost an even division. They got minimum 3 to 5 wins in the division, so you're getting a close, competitive organization.
I mean, if you know.
Well, the interdivision, right. You got the Oakland Raiders got to do something about Kansas City, of course. Even though they beat them, it doesn't mean that they're winning in the division because it's who else they play within the division.
Right, that's what
it's
have
going
to
take.
see.
Yeah, you're going to have to wait for a while.
So we have to see if this really means something. But it sure looks like it. I'm shocked. Let me say this. It's just that it doesn't matter so much because they're teams that we don't really think we're going to do anything.
Right.
But the Jacksonville-Indianapolis one may be even a bigger shocker. Indianapolis offense was looking kind of remade.
Right.
And looked like he was doing something in the game last week. Now 20 and it's not that they go 27-0, but to the Jaguars.
Yes. I agree. Look, I'm with you.
Okay, I'm just saying that may be, like I said, all of these represent colossal failures. All these zero offerings
Right.
represent colossal failures of those offenses.
And it should, and just so the team that should be worried.
All of them.
That's jacked.
Worried because you should be worried.
You should be worried.
All of them.
Yeah, I agree.
All of them.
I agree.
And the other ones on the other side should be feeling better.
Right. Now let me
In
give
the same kind of way.
Right. Now I'm gonna give my shout outs because I can't ignore people because what I'm doing now, I'm monitoring my Periscope, Facebook, Live.me, Twitter, Big O Live. I got you. I see Vanessa Hunley. What's up? Baron Bruno. Man, we miss you too. He's giving me a shout out. Baron Bruno. The man. Look, I figured he was going to sit back and be only part of Orange
Francis.
County. Right, the whole thing. So, hey, look, let me not get off the step here. So, look, I am concerned about Denver more than anyone else. I understand Arizona because the part that the reality kicked in is that I believe Peterson only got 25 yards on minimum carry, so he cannot save them. They're going to be, they'll hone in on Peterson and go, you're not really built to do 30 carries a game. So you hope your backup quarterback can do something, but it looks like they're going away.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. That's still the perfect team for them. They were primarily a passing team that now has an elevated running game.
Right.
I give it to Arians to work that in. They seem like they were doing the best job. But why they underperformed so miserably,
right?
And I watched a bunch of that game, I have no idea.
Yeah. Okay. All right, you guys, going to close this out with what I call early NBA cramping. So when I say cramping, please don't take that the wrong way. It's just that when you get out of the gates, when you come into the new season, you find out who's really in shape. And then you find out which teams may make you take a pause for a moment. So let's just go look at the names that I say that may be early NBA cramping. Golden State Warriors starts off at 1-2. Not too good for that super team. Oklahoma Thunder, 1-2. Minnesota served them up, I think, in Oklahoma, and Minnesota is a comer. LA Lakers, 1-2. Reason why I'm saying early cramping, because the hype with Lonzo Ball, and of course his father, the machine of marketing, if you want to call him that, LeVar, all behind it, predicting they'll win 50 games. New York Knicks, okay, Kristaps Porzingis, he's averaging. He's in the top 5 in scoring.
He looks great.
31 plus points. It looks like it's that same story. The top scorers in the NBA usually have to because their teams around them are not doing what they expect. And of course, Boston Celtics 1-2. If you had to pick two teams that the early cramping is a sign of things to come, or that none of these teams have to be worried, which do you go with?
I think none of them have to be worried.
None. Not Boston?
No. Not Boston and not even the Knicks, even in losing.
You think the Knicks going to be around?
Well, even in losing, they look like they're putting together a better team. I was looking at them now without Carmelo.
Right.
And so I kind of like the way they came to play. They didn't have the same stuff.
Right.
But I like the way they came to play. The Lakers, I like the way they come to play. They don't have everything. There's some particular areas.
Defensive lapses.
And because they have when it goes defense, well, they can, depending on what lineup he puts in.
Right.
Because the young lineup is small.
Right.
And the big lineup is older.
Right.
So that's for the Lakers, but still I like the way they bring it. So Boston, in responding to that horrendous accident.
Not a big, yeah.
So I don't think any of these have to worry. I think that all of these teams are actually going to perform better. Again, the New York Knicks 0-2, but I like way better what I see now than what I've seen in past seasons.
You're a better man.
Whatever. I'm not saying they're going to be good. I'm just saying it looks like a better organized. They lost Carmelo. They look like a better organized team with a better focus of what they were trying to do.
I would say if I had to pick, Golden State I'm not worried about because they got a target on their back. And when you have a target on their back, everybody's going to make their name by trying to win. And they don't care when they beat you. They're not going to go, it's this time of the season or not. Oklahoma Thunder, that's just getting used to the big three learning how to work together. LA Lakers, the only thing I'm concerned about them, period, is that their starters are the ones that's having the problem gelling together, but their bench comes in and makes all the impact. So as they came back last night from a 20-point plus deficit, it was the bench that did it. Put the starters back in, they lost it all. It just went out the door like a hurricane, man. So I'm not concerned as much. Their starters are not gelling yet.
Well, let's say this too. Maybe this is part of it. I'm not concerned also, but my expectations are not huge for them.
Well, we're in LA.
So what expectations are you having for them?
Because
I'm not having.
They're going to sign you and I because we're
They're no longer. They're going to have. Okay, there's a bunch of teams I'm looking against in the West that they're better than now.
Man, they're so.
There's a bunch of teams they're better than.
The defense is going to be the key in this because they still have to gel, and their bench does such a great job when they come in. You're looking at starters who are going so busy scoring, they're not necessarily scoring as efficient. But when the bench comes in, it's just like they're moving.
Well, that's
shaking.
why I said when you compare them to the whole West,
right?
They're no longer the bottom of the league.
No,
the Lakers are definitely
that's
not.
Phoenix and Dallas.
Yeah, so there you have there have some other teams where they're going to be at least competitive. So that's a significant change, and for me, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I'll give them. I know, LeVar, you said 50 games. No. If they get plus 35, it's hard for me to say they're going to get 500 ball. If they do, because the other teams are looking so good. The Knicks I am worried about. The only reason why I say Knicks I'm worried about, because you guys can't own this is the basketball capital of the world and not take you're not supposed to play average ball. Y'all are supposed to be up there. So I'm going to hold you to the standard.
But they haven't been at that standard for a decade plus.
Right, so I got to hold them to it. You can't go around and say, hey, Rutgers Park, go do all this and turn around and put this on the court. That's all on you guys. Hey, you guys, that's it for me, New Sports. Get ready for the cruising hot picks coming in next, man. I'm done, man.
Victor Allen's Hot Picks, New Sports. Unique, written and directed by the Bald-Headed Black Man. Tune in every week as the recurring segment of the Morning Cover with Mario show. Written and produced by Victor Allen. Fan-based view of sports.